Hi, this is Tani with the Kinsman Free Public Library, and I thought I would show you how to make a super cute scented sachet using our sewing machine that is available at the library. We also will be using this for creative studios all through the month of February, so you can come and make your own. It's going to be super simple, so hopefully even I can do it. I don't have a lot of sewing experience. I can usually just put things together by hand or add a button to something if it falls off. So this is going to be exciting and kind of terrifying. So I'm going to use some leftover fabric I had from when I was first trying to learn how to use the machine. It has these super cute squirrels on it and little acorns because I am obsessed with squirrels. I think they're super cute. And then I'm going to fill it with some chamomile and dried lavender. And then to really make sure that the lavender smells really good, I'm just going to throw in a couple drops of lavender essential oil. You can add whatever you want to these. I have lavender, I have chamomile. You can also add in some herbs. So I have some nutmeg and star anise and allspice and cinnamon and cloves that you can also add in, or some rice that you can drop either the lavender essential oil on, or I have orange, so you can get that nice bright citrus smell if that's what you're looking for. And you can add that to the rice and it'll smell nice, or walnut granules. Or if you've got another scent you really like, you're into rose water, or maybe you want something like eucalyptus and mint to really help with the cold and flu season, or just the icky feeling in the nose you get from -degree temperatures. You can do that too. Walnut granules work really well. You can get those at the pet store. Or just, plain rice will work as well. Or you can just dump in the flowers, or a pre-made potpourri mix. So here we go. We are going to give this guy a shot. I'm going to move it a little bit closer. Now I've already done all the loading and everything because it takes me a hot minute. I did record a tutorial on how to set the machine up, but it was a little wonky on the upload. So hopefully I'll be able to get these two videos up around the same time. All right. And then I just folded my fabric square, just the chunk. It's kind of a square. It'll work, because I didn't want to have to do more seaming than I already am. So I just folded to save it, and I'll just have to do my 3 seams. Now it's more or less even. It's not perfect, and that's okay, because you kind of want to leave a little bit of an edge anyway, and then you can cut it with those cute decorative scissors. So I'm just gonna stick it in, lower my foot, and now my needle all the way down. And I learned the first time I did this, slow is best. So in the SpongeBob episode where he just uses his big toe while he's taking his driver's test to get his license with the walkie-talkie in his head and Patrick helping him, that's literally what you want to do. Just your big toe on the foot pedal. Unless you're experienced and you already know what you're doing and you can just zip all the way through, that is totally fine as well. And then you kind of want to hold the top as well so that it doesn't get in the way and you don't lose control of it. Now that I'm looking, I probably should have pinned it, but I think I'll be okay because this isn't really something you need to have perfect. It's just kind of a cute fabric stash buster, or you can use up scraps or something. So wish me luck. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so back after some technical difficulties, you'll notice I already did one side. I completely forgot to hit record, but it went pretty smooth. So we're gonna go ahead and do this next side and a little bit of the top, and hopefully it'll go just as smooth and I will be able to fill it and show you how to close. So like I said, literally just a big toe, like you were Patrick and SpongeBob taking the driver's test. And then you're gonna wanna leave just enough of an opening to kind of get your fingers into fill it, but you don't have to leave a huge opening or a super tiny one. And then we will show you how this goes. All right. One thing I forgot to mention while working on this is you definitely want to make sure you remember to put the foot down and make sure your needle is down all the way, or you could end up with a tiny bit of a tragedy. as in you can completely and utterly clog the machine and have to fix that. So definitely be careful what you are doing. As you can see, I am putting the machine back together. I forgot to put my foot down, but that also is a great way to find out, hey, if somebody who is a complete and utter novice can make this work, so can you. So don't be afraid to try new things if they look intimidating, or you might be like, ugh, maybe that's just gonna be a money sink. No, do it. Go ahead and try it, make a mess, fix it, and learn how to do something fun and new that you never would have thought you could do. All right, back to my big toe attempt at sewing. Okay, now I'm gonna just raise my foot, and my needle is already up, and I'm just gonna give the threads a wee bit of a snip, just like that. And there's two sides. So one side, and then zooming out for two sides. Look at that. Not quite as far down as I would have liked it to have gone, but I can fix that by hand if I really, really want to. It won't be that big of a deal, and as you can see, it is going to be a tiny bit wonky when it comes out, but that's fine. It's not supposed to be perfect, it's just supposed to be fun. So now we're going to sew the top. We're going to be super careful. Make sure our threads are where they're supposed to be. Pull you. And pull you. I like to make them the same size. I don't actually know if that matters all that much, but I do it that way. And I'm gonna have some great blooper footage. Alrighty. So here we go on the top. Like I said, we're gonna wanna leave a little bit of an opening, but it's okay to kind of get it started so that you don't have to completely sew it with all the flowers in, or your potpourri, or your rice, because that can get annoying. And you might also even just wanna hand sew that part if you're doing like rice and granules. Or you could also just tie it off with like a really cute bow or ribbon. That would be super adorable as well. Or some twine if you like that really kind of rustic cottage core vibe. Would totally work and be perfect. And as you can see, like I'm guiding along the top when I sew, and I'm keeping my hands like as far from the needle as I can, because you don't want to accidentally sew yourself to your project. That is, but I can only imagine, a horrifying and painful experience, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. So we're gonna lower the foot. Made sure I did it this time. Lower my needle. And just big toe it again. Okay, and then I'm gonna stop because I do need to fill it. So I'm gonna raise my foot. The needle is up. Pull it away. Give it a wee bit of a cut. And then, oh, looks like I might have had a disaster anyway. We're gonna open this guy up. Oh, yeah. Feel it. You'll notice that, yes, there are quite a few strings, but that's okay. It ain't a big deal. Because you know what? They're all gonna stay on the inside. And you have a little bit so you can turn it inside out. Also, something I completely forgot to say in the beginning, I do have it so that the right sides are together. And that's how you hide your stringy bits. I might not have left quite a big enough hole, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. And just shove it all through. Shovey, shovey, shove, shoves. Shove, shoves. And pulls. Okay. Fix this side a little bit. He's a bit wonky, but he also might not be perfectly square either, knowing me, cause I don't. When I do like craft projects and knitting, I'm probably the worst person to teach because I don't do any kind of rules or anything. I'm just like, this'll work. And then I just go for it. So you can see some of my stitches at the top are kind of loose. That's because I did mess up a little bit along there, but that's okay. I'll probably just hand sew this closed. So, you know, just a quick back and forth. No biggie, nothing fancy. It'll work. It'll also keep my edges from fraying because you can see they're kind of nasty at the top. So that's totes fine. Don't even worry about that. And then now we're gonna just fill it. I'm gonna use my hands, but we'll have a cute little scoop for you for the project. As you can see, there's the lavender. So pretty. Just opening the bag, I can already smell it. It's super amazing smelling. And we're just gonna grab a little bit. Too much. And just kind of stuff it in there. Give it a stuff. So this is totes gonna take a ton to fill. That's why I said you could also use rice and other things to kind of make it easier. I did forget the rice, but I kind of wanted to get this filled and done for y'all. And I will come back and show you how to finish it up. So we are all back and I'm all nice and full. Like I said, I'm just gonna hand sew it. So I have these old embroidery needles I'm gonna use and some thread. I'm gonna use white thread because I'm not very good at hiding my stitches. I actually have used this white thread real quick. It's kind of more of like an off-white, but that's okay. It'll kind of sort of help hide since I don't actually know how to sew things like that. My grandmother tried to teach me when I was little how to sew buttons and I didn't really get into it, and then I started knitting and figured, oh no, I sort of need to know how to sew. So I kind of taught myself with like YouTube and other people kind of sort of showing me in person and just kind of playing around until I figured it out. Not the most perfect of ways to learn, but it worked. So I'm not, like I said, I can teach you, but I probably will teach you the wrong ways. So if you want the technical know-hows on how to do this, you definitely would need to go to somebody with the actual know-how who maybe has been doing it forever and kind of knows the more or less correct ways that'll not get you into any kind of shenanigans while trying to make your projects. So I'm just knotting the thread in my needle real quick. Okay, I always do a couple knots because I don't trust my knotting ability, especially in thread or embroidery floss. I find my knots tend to be very small and they just pull right through no matter what I do. And then just to make my knots, I'm kind of doing like a slip knot, like if I was not sewing, this is sewing right now, if I was knitting. So I'm just doing little slip knots that can't be pulled through. So here's this. And I always take way more thread than I need because I'm horrible at guessing. So it's one of those weird things. And then I'm just gonna start, and I also made my hole a little bit bigger because I didn't trust, I was having a heck of a time trying to do this. So I'm gonna go through the inside of my pouch to kind of hide my knot. So I can do that and that won't be in the way. And then I'm just gonna go back and forth. It's not gonna be anything super fancy. Just enough to kind of close the bag up and not be a pain. That nice good solid thwap. And this should be it. Oh, go through this one more time. Make one more little stitch. So it's on the back. At least what I'm gonna call the back. And I'm gonna knot it just a couple times. I'm gonna just go through with it on my needle still, so it's a little bit easier. And like I said, I have a ton of thread left over, but I always do. And knot it one more time. Really gotta make sure this is good and secure. You know what? Let's do a third. I'm not convinced. Okay. That should be better. Although, maybe not. Maybe we'll do one more. As I make messes. Okay. And then just give it a bit of a snip with the thread scissors. And there you go. You have a super cute, super easy and quick little closet refresher. If you make it small enough, you can stick it in shoes to keep your winter boots smelling good. You can hide it under pillows if you're having trouble sleeping, especially if you do like the lavender and chamomile. Stick it in closets, laundry baskets, wherever you think might need a wee bit of a better smell. So thanks for watching. I hope you come and make one, or you have made one. Or even if you just do this at home, let me see them because these are fun and I kind of want to see all the different scent combos everybody comes up with. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!